Well, hello there, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and use this wonderful Dixon Ticonderoga number 2, hashtag not really sponsored, just love these pencils, to go over this homework, shall we? So it says instructions say, to simplify the following. Oh man, this is going to be fantastic. I can hardly wait. Let's see if we can get this little focus. Ooh, blurry. There, that's almost better. Man. All right. Well, that's about as good as we're going to get. So check this one out. It says negative 3 to the negative third power. So the base is negative 3, and the exponent is negative 3. That negative exponent means repeated division. 3 times. So it's going to be 1 over negative 3 to the third power. Or, because it's negative times a negative times a negative, it's going to end up being negative. You could do it just like this as well. You could also say it's 1 over negative 27. Any of those three would work, no problems whatsoever. Now, words of the wise, if this was an 8 instead of a 3, you wouldn't multiply it out. But because I can do 3 cubed in my head, that's perfectly okay. Now, this one's a little different. Check this out. Let's go ahead and break this down. You see that negative in the front? That's like negative 1. And then times, and then 1 over negative 3 cubed. Okay, so that would be, now I know that when I cube a negative number, it stays negative. A negative times a negative is positive, times another negative is negative, right? So what I know for sure is that this is going to be a negative. So it's going to be like negative 1 times 1 over negative 27. So it's going to be 1 over 27 or 1 over 3 cubed. Either of those would be perfectly fine. All right, now, next up, buttercup. This one right here, this is a power raised to another power, so you're just going to multiply those. A negative times a negative is positive, so 2 to the 12th. Again, don't multiply that out. Exponents are a shorthand way of writing repeated multiplication, so we're just going to leave it just like that, right? Next up, buttercup. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, so we have a to the 4 divided by b to the negative third, so that's going to be a to the 4th, b to the 3rd. See, this b to the 3rd right here, b to the negative 3rd, that's repeated division. That's 1 over b to the negative 3rd. So if I take, see, this is b to the negative 3rd equals 1 over b to the 3rd. So if I take this whole thing, you see, then I've got a to the 4th, and that's division. The way you divide is you multiply by the reciprocal, so you'd flip this over and get that hotness right there. So either one of those works. Any of these works. This one works. All right, next up, buttercup. Here's why this one's tricky. This 2 has an exponent of 1. So it's going to stay right where it is. It's not going to change. These are both division. X squared, y cubed. All right, next up, same here. This 2 right here. This 2 is going to stay where it is. This z, there's not another z. It's in the denominator. It's going to stay. So this is going to switch. So it's going to look like that. So it's going to be 2 over x squared, y cubed, z squared. Yeah, z squared. Okay. Moving on, onward and upward. Check this out. This is negative 5a to the 4th. That's got a positive exponent. This has a positive exponent. It's going to stay exactly where it is. b to the cube is going to move to the top. It's multiplying by the reciprocal. Multiplication repeatedly is an exponent. Exponents are repeated multiplication. Negative exponents are repeated division. This one, not going to change at all. Stay exactly the same. This is kind of strange right here. So this is going to be the square root of 1/4. You see, 2 to the power of negative 2 is 1 over 4. And the square root of 1/4 is 1/2. Boom, done. All right, so this one right here is a little blast from the past. What are relatively prime numbers? They are numbers that only have a common factor of 1. And that's it. So like for example, 4 and 9. They're neither one of them are prime. They're relatively prime because the only thing they have in common is 1. Another example would be 7 and 9. Yeah. All right, well, there we go. Hope it was helpful. And you guys are looking fantastic today. I don't know if you've really looked at yourself in the mirror. Shocking. How beautiful. Hope you guys have a good day.